Hello, this is Simone. I'm back with week 20 of 2018 Project Life. And yeah, I I just love working on Project Life. However, I'm already thinking about how I'm going to memory keep in 2019. I don't know if this is something that's on your mind already. I always start thinking about this when school starts back up. This is usually when new planners are released, and that's usually the time when I start to think about all of these things. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you just going to keep on doing what you've been doing all the time? Are you going to change it up? Are you satisfied with the way it's working right now? For me, I have to say, I love Project Live. I love the cards. I mean, I don't know what it is about journaling cards, but they're just. I don't even need photos. I can just use journaling cards all the time. Who cares about the photos? It's the pretty journaling cards that I want to use. Um, but I have to say that it is really hard for me to keep up with weekly Project Life, even though I uh, pared it down to a 12 by 12. I'm not doing a double page spread per week. That would be even worse. Um, I was quite okay, but then baseball season came. I don't know what happened. I hurt my knee as well. Maybe that is a reason why it just didn't really work out. But as you can see, I'm on week 20 and we're in September. So I'm thinking I might not do Project Life in 2019, which is super sad because, as I said, I love those journaling cards. There's just something about them that makes me, I just can't resist buying journaling cards as well. So, yeah. Um, Let me talk about this spread for a second. You can see me doing all the things. Um, I have been trying to streamline my project life process, which means that when I have a bunch of weeks printed, I go through my journaling cards and pick cards for the weeks, batch picking. So, not just 1 week at a time, because for me at the moment, picking cards is the hardest. And so, when this is already done, a spread only takes about 30 minutes. So I can get 3 Project Life spreads done in 1.5 hours, roughly. Let's not think about cleaning messes in between and stuff like that. So when I pulled out this envelope with the cards and photos, I was like, what was I thinking? There's pink, there's yellow, there is orange, there is um, behind the cloud sky photo here in the underneath the May Stories card, there is blue. There is this striped card where I also added have a photo right now. I will remove it later on, which is like, what was I thinking? This is looks like rainbow heaven. There's no color scheme, obvious color scheme to be seen here. How am I going to pull this together? And then I had an idea. What? Well, I thought I was going to use labels. I pulled out all of these gray labels and the Pretty Little Studio label that I used for the week 20 already. That is up there, the title card. Um, and a skinny but very bold and distinct alpha stamp to pull this together. And you will see later, I think that is totally and perfectly doable. So, um, even though those cards do not have the same color scheme and don't seem to be um, working together nicely, they're not from the same manufacturer, they're not the same fonts on there. There's like, did you see all the fonts that are on these cards? Overwhelmingly. Really, when I pulled those out, I was like, am I going to just take on the challenge or choose better cards? And since I didn't want to pull out new cards, I decided I'm just going to try this. And I'm really proud about the way this actually turned out. This definitely doesn't work with all stamps, but with such a bold stamp like this one, it definitely will. So I tried to add a label to this photo, but somehow it was taking too much away from what I was trying to show in the picture. And so I decided to fussy cut this die cut that I had actually cut apart because I only wanted to use the good. And I'm going to stick down the label, and then I'm going to decide that this is not what I want it to look like. And so I'm taking it off again. I have this strange feeling in my head that I was trying to tell you something earlier, which I didn't, and I can't remember what it was. Oh yes, about Project Live and memory keeping in 2019. I think this is because the Hobonichi, which I had wanted to get one for years. I love the paper, but I have not been brave enough to journal in it or to commit to daily journaling before. But I tried again, and yay, it works. I have been journaling all through August, and I haven't missed a day. The A6 is such a great format for 15 minutes a day, which is absolutely doable and so not overwhelming that I decided to purchase one this year for the very first time ever. The one that I'm using right now is from 2016, and I got it from my friend Anna. She didn't use it anymore, and it was empty, and so she sent it over to me. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I want to finish this year strong. I want to catch up, and I want to change format again. I'm still not sure what exactly it's going to be. I saw a 8.5 by 11 letter size planner that a fellow planner friend, John from Piggy Dory Designs, has published and kindly sent over to me for free to try because he heard what I was trying to do, so that I actually could try it, which is just a really simple planner or a monthly calendar. It has a Monday start, which I absolutely love. And it is quite the squares for each day are about 2 by 2 inches, which is cool. I thought that maybe what if I would do something like a monthly Project Live and decorate this monthly spread. I have this vision in my head with square photos, labels, die cuts, washi tape, patterned paper, maybe speech bubbles, stuff like that. It could look really, really great. And I decided, since I'm so far behind and I don't want to commit to something that I don't really know if I will end up liking, I could try this for September. So you will see me do this at probably the beginning of October. I will create a sample spread for September. I have already put 2 pages next to just white paper next to each other into page protectors and into an album. And the first thing that I noticed was that the gap between the 2 papers is really huge. So I definitely am going to try this and see how this will work, and if it's actually bothering me when it's decorated, because this could be really fun. And the way the planner is laid out is that there is dot grid pages in between 2 months, which then could mean that my memory keeping for 2019 could be one calendar page decorated in kind of a project life style somehow. I don't know yet how. And then 2 8.5 by 11 layouts on a dot grid paper background if I want to, which if you watch and follow Elise from Feed Your Craft, she does a lot of these texture based, very minimalist layout. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull that off, because you know me and my love for mixed media and adding stuff to pages, but it would be a really cool thing to try, and it feels I'm very excited about this. It feels like a great challenge. So, and you know me, I always love to try new things and how they work. So that could be an option. And as you saw, this label thing, you probably watched me do this in the beginning and you were like, Simone, are you for real? Are you going to keep this card? This looks so hideous. I felt the same. I thought I was going to be able to live with it, but I couldn't. And instead of pulling a different colored card, I'm just going to put this onto white cardstock. And I love how this turned out. I think I'm going to talk about my idea for another form of memory keeping in another Project Life video, because I'm done. Here are a couple of close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. And I have a fun challenge for you today. Try pulling cards for a Project Life spread that seemingly don't work together and make them cohesive by choosing something. Die cuts, the same die cuts, alpha stickers, labels, and make it a cohesive spread. If you do and share on social media, please tag me. I would love to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.